Brandon says Funk Audio 24. So that's a big old subwoofer, Ultra LFE or Ascendo 32-inch. I guess maybe a 32-inch or
Man, you're
50-inch
going big boys
in the
here.
league.
Alcons.
So basically, he's asking, now Funk Audio, I've heard great things about them. Ascendo, I've heard their subs. I like their subwoofers better than I like their speakers. I wasn't super impressed at Cedia with the speakers, but the subwoofers are pretty powerful. JTR 4000 ULF, they're absolute beast. I've heard them in many, many home theaters. Alcons Audio, I haven't heard. So what are your guys' experience on that?
Ascendo, those are some expensive subwoofers.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think your best bang for your buck is the 4000s. I think if that's a consideration, then I don't think you can really go wrong. With any of these subs, you just have to make sure that you have enough room.
Yeah, it's a monster, man. Really. Now the good thing with the 4000 ULF, there's different versions of that. Just depending on the space. Some of them are narrower. So if you want to put it behind a cabinet and you don't have the space back there, the depth wise.
Yeah, but you're just defining enormous in different ways.
Right. But that's what I'm saying. I mean, it's still big, but I'm just saying the shape of it. There's a sofa table that's more long if you want to put it under a screen, things like that. But yeah, they're still monsters. You're not going to get
I think in most people's cases, though, they may be better served by going sealed instead of the 4000. I love my 4000s, but I don't know how many people need 130 or 140 dB at like 30
it's
30
insane.
hertz or 40 hertz.
Yeah.
And your sealeds are going to be able to go lower.
Yeah, I've got the RS2s, two of those, and they're flat down about 5 hertz in my room. So
Jonathan, what are your thoughts?
Plenty output.
I don't know, but I know a place to find the answer, and I'll show you guys. So let me present again.
Okay, go ahead.
Present, share screen, and then we'll go to a window, and we'll just go to, here we go. So share.
Boom.
All right. So in the world of subwoofers, if you're at the same size, that looks like Kyle Bliss or something, doesn't it? With a gun on top of the sub.
For sure, man.
In the world of subwoofers, if you have the same size diameter driver, usually you can figure that the drivers are going to be within plus or minus like a 3 dB range. Like you're not going to have some 24-inch driver that's like more, generally speaking, traditionally speaking, more than like 3 dB louder than the next 24, if as long as they're competent. So we have kind of a defining a benchmark here, right? This is a site called Database, and I'd like to introduce anyone on the call that doesn't know this because it's in your audience. It's a fantastic resource.
Sure.
So what we're going to do here, this is Josh Ritchie that does these reviews out here, and he's done one on the 24. So we're going to say this is our benchmark for your 24 that you're looking at. It has so many different graphs, a full write-up on what the max output is, what the frequency response is, where it misbehaves, where it does well, its distortion plots. It's a short-term burst output. It shows you like this is the most that it can go without failing the CEA tests, all this kind of stuff. And here's the great part, right? Now I can go up here and I can add, and these are all tested outside and with the same equipment. He's done so many different things. I can add a JTR captivator.
Oh, nice.
And I can say add. So while it's not testing,
that's cool.
While it hasn't tested that specific one he's talking about, we know we're in the ballpark here.
Yeah.
So here's JTR speakers, and this is which this is max burst. So this is max output.
Right.
The orange one is the JTR 4000.
Yep.
And the sealed is this blue line.
Okay.
So because the JTR is ported, it's going to have more output down near its port tune of 10 hertz.
Yeah.
And then that 24 barely starts edging away at the top end here. So we don't have to guess. We know that 24 is within about 3 dB, and these spacing are 10 dB. So it's going to be like basically in this kind of line array as you see my mouse moving.
Right.
You can tell that JTR is going to have more output down low, and probably your 24-inch sealed that you're looking at is going to have a little more output up top, and like the 100 hertz, 120 hertz, that type of stuff. So that's where you land.
Nice.
Okay, I'll stop.
Great resource, man. Appreciate you sharing that. Measurements, it's hard to get away from measurements, man. We can express opinions all day, but when somebody's taking the time to put things, measure them in the same location, as ideally as possible in whatever setup. And he's been doing this a long time, so definitely I didn't know that you could compare them, so that's pretty cool. I have to check that out next time.
He does it
Hey,
all
what do you think about this
outdoors
and
too,
this?
at ground planes. So the measurements are as accurate as possible. It's not like in a
That's
room
awesome.
where you're getting boundary gain or
Sure.
weird things. It's just what it's doing outside.
I just think Jonathan has some spreadsheet somewhere that he tabulates how much he's made all of his friends spend.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
What?
That's funny, man.